Hi everyone. Let me get to my comments. Bear with me. Well, I have no idea what just happened. The comments are different now. So, we'll see. Okay, so we're going to work with Pretty Perennials, but first I want to show you a few things from the new catalog that I got yesterday. So let me go ahead and switch us to the desktop. And this is the front of the new catalog. Let me zoom out a bit. There you go. So that's the front of the new catalog. It's very simple, but the designer paper that's on here is gorgeous. Okay, can't show you the inside yet, but I wanted to show you the new in color ribbons. Okay, it has what are they called? They're open weave linens ribbons. This is Pretty Papaya, Fresh Freesia, Evening Evergreen, Polished Pink, and Soft Succulent. So that's pretty. And then I got my blends, but my Evening Evergreen is on back order, so I'll get that in the mail probably sometime later. And when you order the ink pads, you should always order the refills, okay? Because you can use them to refill, actually, the ink pads, as well as using them on your own with a water brush or your blender pen or anything like that. Also, I want to show you the color contour set that has scalloped contours. And that's my husband yelling at the dog, trying to get her to come in. She's a little obstinate at 15 months. Let's see what these dies look like. Ooh, so that's pretty. So we have a lot of label and frame and a big scallop, as well as a die to go with that and that. And there's plenty of sentiments on here too. Sorry, upside down. So there's plenty of sentiment on here. You're absolutely amazing. Here for you now. So happy for you. Thank you for everything. And in better days ahead. So that's that. And of course, this is back on your feet. This is carrying over. And I like that one for when I have sick people. Okay, and this is the ombre specialty paper. And I don't know. Let me take it out and show you. Give me one sec. It's a glitter paper. Can you see that? Oh my goodness, that is going to be so much fun. And they're in all of the in colors. So that was polished pink. Okay. And then the So Elegant, and I'm going to get rid of this box. So Elegant. Oh my goodness, everything's flying away from me. Sweet. So there's Simply Elegant trim, and I think this is like cording. Yeah, it's definitely cording, and it's in silver and gold, and it goes with this beautiful paper. So that's the back side, front side, back side. Back and front. Ooh, that's going to be pretty to create with. So that's the back, and that's the back, and that's the front. And sorry, I'm having a hard time here. Ooh, gorgeous copper. And that one is the front. So we're going to create with that later. And this is the So Elegant stamp set. Let me zoom in a little bit. So Elegant stamp set. It has a pretty lace border here. Plenty of sentiments. And what looks like maybe a butterfly? I don't know. Floral and a corner lace. And then this beautiful, let me get it out so you can see it. This beautiful punch. That's going to be interesting to punch with. So, all right, on to Pretty Perennials. Okay, so this was my gray card. I just did a little birthday card and just masculine, even though it has flowers. And inside happy birthday. So that's just a basic gray card, and what I used was the painted texture 3D embossing to get all this texture on here, and the 1-inch circle punch. And then I used all the dies, and I just did them in all the different grays. Okay, so then I did another one with a fancy fold. So basically you just score from corner to corner, and you put something here so that it will hold it up, and you have plenty of room to write. And it's just a for you, but it's cute because your flowers stick up. Okay, and then this is just Happy Mail. It's very basic. Well, I didn't do a very basic card with this particular one, but I used the hammered metal 3D embossing folder for the background, And we're using the Tru Love designer paper, and then I used the layering ovals, which are retiring. If you want them, you need to get them now. And I used the dies just to kind of give it a little more 3D-ish pop-up. And I didn't write anything inside so that I can just send Happy Mail to friend. Okay. So today, and this is the Tru Love designer paper. Okay, I'm going to get away from that, and today we're going to do Pretty Perennials, and I've already got it marked for sale because it is retiring, but not until June, so I cannot sell it now. But I'm using the Pretty Perennial dies, and I've already done all the die cutting that I'm going to do so that you can just watch me build the card. And we're using the double oval punch. Move things away. Let's see here. So we're going to start with a simple little card. We're going to start with this card. And basically I'm going to stamp with Memento ink. This is black ink. And I'm going to put birthday right in the middle. Let's close that up so it doesn't get all over it. And you can tell I use my cleaning Stampin' Scrubbies quite a bit. Okay, so that is going to get put on I may be out. Okay. So because it's so small and I like things to be centered, and then this gets dimensionals. Okay, so we're going to set that aside, and we're going to put these flowers tone on tone. Need them to stick. So I'm just using a little bit. And see what happens. So I can get that excess ink glue off with my eraser. So let's go ahead and get this on. And this time we'll use tweezers. And we're just going to do a quick, this is going to be quick. As soon as I get it all off of me. And we're just going to stick some more of these little ones down. Let me zoom in a little more so you can see what I'm doing. And it's just going to be tone on tone. And inside, we have a little white card. And we're going to use the fresh freesia. And just stamp that right there. And leave the rest for you to have something to write about. So while I'm waiting for that to dry, okay. Oh, I have one more I forgot about. Let's see. Oh my goodness. The joys of live. Okay, so we'll get rid of anything extra, and we're going to trim off these pieces. And this card actually will fit in the note card envelope, but I'll use a regular envelope. Okay, so let's get this in here. And then we will move on. This has like a 1/16 rim around it. And then we place happy birthday. And you got a cute little birthday card to either mail to a friend or and it has texture, or you can attach it to a gift. Can you see that? There you go. Okay, so on to the next card. Now this card is a fun fold. And the first thing we're going to do is stamp our sentiment. And I'm just stamping for you. My puppy is she is squeaking. Okay, so let's get those out of there. And we will attach, like I said, we're using the double oval punch. Oh my goodness. I think this is about out. And what we'll do is put dimensionals behind it. And we're going to set it off to the side because we have some building to do. And I'm going to set that off to the side with my pearls. Okay. And I have my hair down because I took a shower this morning and I wanted to make sure that my hair was down. Okay. So let's see. All right. So first things first. What we did here was fold it in half, open it, fold it in half again, and then well, I needed it to be, I'm trying to, there we go. So this is going to open up in the card, in the inside of the card. Okay, so first things first, I have my measurements here. 2 9/16 by 2 1/8 scored at 3/8. 2 of those. I know, 9/16. Ugh. So I'm going to get rid of that because we don't need that right now. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to put this on here and we'll use tear and tape. Because it'll be stronger and I won't have to wait for the glue to dry. Now this card was inspired by Shruti Patel. Yeah, that's a long name, but I saw it on Pinterest and I thought, oh, that's an interesting card. So basically we're doing that and we're doing that. So now these close over, and by the way, what I did was I have a standard 4 1/4 by 11 scored at 5 1/2. And I'm going to put this on the front. I already had it stuck together. So I've got a 1/4 inch piece of black on the Magenta Madness, and as you can tell, we're using a lot of Magenta Madness. And Tru Love designer paper. And you know what? We'll put that aside. Okay, so now I need to look at my directions. Okay, so it says to attach, we'll put that DSP over there. It says to attach the DSP, so I'm going to do that. Okay, and then oh goodness, let me see. Okay, so then this goes on the back side. I think it's out. Well, it just ran across my floor. Let's get a new one. I knew I was running out. There you go. Okay. So we're going to put these on here, and there again, they're going to be centered. Okay, so that's that, and then these guys get attached. And I will have all of the measurements on my blog post. I'm not seeing any comments, so I'm not sure what's going on. My Facebook Live streamed up, so hold square. Oh. Oh, okay. So this gets attached to the upper triangle. And this gets attached to the lower triangle. Okay. Sorry. I think I have all the tools that I need. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry. Brain fart. And then these get attached. Now, I should have had, oh my goodness, I should have had, where'd my tape go? Okay. I'm going to just put regular tape on here. So these are just going to be pretty pop-ups. Okay, I did something wrong. I did something wrong. Oh my goodness. I marked it, attach upper triangle and lower triangle. So these should fold in. Ah, there we go. And these, maybe I need to trim this. Maybe that's what the problem is. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. That's how it's supposed to go. Now this is going to be a bulky card. Okay? So I'm going to just put this in here. In the video that I watched, my goodness, she cut everything to fit the triangles, but I am not going to do that. I think that that's where it goes. So we're going to use glue. And we're going to, excuse my head, stick this right here. And we're going to stick that right there. Give me a sec. I'll clean off my desk while I'm waiting for this to dry. It looked so simple when it was being made. I obviously did something incorrect. But we're gonna go for it. I'll get the correct instructions up on the screen. Okay, so all of these little flowers are teeny tiny, so we're going to use glue. A little bit of glue. And I took one of the leaves and cut everything off of it so I could have another stem. And you're just using a little bit of glue. I can't see any comments. Hey Cindy, sorry. I couldn't see any comments at all. And I thought I had another flower, but I guess I didn't. So what we're going to do, stick that one there. And let me get my mini dimensionals out here. And stick these two together. Okay, and we're going to put that up on a dimensional. It's a crazy rainy day here. And we'll put the For You up here, and we're going to use, oh, there's my other, I knew I had another, well, too late. Oh my goodness, why won't this come open? And we're going to put dimensional or pearls in the centers. And we'll put one up there. So this is bulky. You can see it's very bulky, but when it opens pretty. And you could, I think what I did was I cut too big of squares, but you could just put white on these and maybe stamp something or write something on it. Yeah, see, I think what I did was I made my squares too big. Okay, let me try it again. There we go. So you see how that folds? Those fold together. Okay, so those are my cards. We have the bulky one, which will cost extra if you mail it. The cute little one for a birthday. Happy Mail for you with a fun fold and another birthday card. Thank you for joining me. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see all the cards. Get all my stuff out of the way. Happy Mail, birthday. And there you go. Thank you for joining me. Use my April host code at the bottom of the screen if you plan to order anything. Remember, the layering ovals and the layering squares dies are going away, as is this Pretty Perennials, but this is not going away until June. Pretty Perennials is not going away till June, but the layering ovals will be gone April 30th. Okay. So what I'm going to do is attempt, let me shift you down to my desktop. I'm going to attempt this card again, only I'm going to do it bigger and better because it didn't turn out the way I thought it would because I cut these two squares too long, or these two. So what we're going to do is we're going to, well, see, this is what I'm talking about. It gets stuck. So we're going to do it a little different. We're still using Pretty Perennials. I have everything already stamped. I used the tri-fold. Here, I have a new view, so let me put that in here. Let me see if I can get to the camera. There we go. The tri-punch. Too much. There we go. So you can see the punch. So I used this and the corner rounder. Okay, so let's go back to the desktop and start out. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I used the textured paint die or embossing folder on the front. So first thing I'm going to do is put the leaf down. And I need to make sure where my flower is going to go. And figure out. Okay. So, going to use a little bit of glue. Just where I can get it where it's going to not slide around. I'm going to put that down. Then I'm going to go ahead and put this one down. Ah, my finger is sticking. Okay. And then I'm going to put this one down. Oh my goodness. This has been an interesting card to make. Okay, I measured everything out, and I will have it all on my blog with the correct measurements. Okay. So we're going to do 2 flowers, and this one is going to go up on dimensionals. Okay. So that is the front of the card, and this will be my belly band. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and stick this down. As you can see, I've already stamped happy, and I've stamped a few little happy. So it doesn't look so white. And we'll finish the belly band as we get to it. So the front of the card is, oh, I'm missing my pearls. sorry. Forgot about the pearls. Okay. My hubby was outside mowing the lawn. That's what you were hearing. So pearls for the center of the pretty flowers. And that finishes the front of the card. So now we're going to move to the interior. Put that aside. I am going to put this on here so it doesn't clash. And I am going to make sure that I have an even so that's the front, that's the inside. Wait till you see what I do. And we're using all of the new in colors. Basically we're using polished pink, fresh freesia, and soft succulent. I did use a little bit of the pale papaya, but I used a blender pen for that. Okay, so here are, so I've got a 6x6 square, folded in half, and then on the diagonal, so that when it folds like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and put everything down. Okay, this was, oh, did I put it in the wrong spot? Yep. You know what? I think this one was cut wrong. 2.5 by 2 1/4. It's supposed to be 2.5 by 2.5, but we'll just deal with it. Just make sure the top and bottom and the side by side have space. Again, don't do what I do. Make sure you cut your measurements the appropriate way. And I've already burnished my tear tape down. And I made sure, okay. So I'm going to match up my ends here. And hopefully everything works out well. Oh, I know why that's not sticking. I didn't stick it down permanently. I just put a little piece of tape on it so that, and I'm off screen, so that you could see, or I could remember where it goes. Same as this. So we have I'm missing, oh no, I'm not missing anything. It's all right there. Oh my goodness, my brain. Okay, so you can see this is going to be a birthday card. What did I do with my, there we go. And I'm making sure that the top matches. So you see how the flower continues? Again, I haven't put this down on a permanent. There we go. And I'm making sure that I have space where these are. And this is my blank so that people can sign or put a little note. Let's try to make sure that we have an even border. We won't have an even border because I cut bad. So I want to make sure that this is even down at the bottom. So now when you open it up, the first thing you're going to see is that the flowers continue all the way around, and I used the Tru Love paper and I colored it all. Okay. So now, there we go. And this is why we will need a belly band, because all of these, it's bulky. Okay. Okay, let's make sure it's going in the right direction. So when it opens up, it is going to go like this. So we're going to center it, and you can see it goes end to end on there. And lots of glue. And we're just going to hold it for a few seconds. And this is where the belly band is going to come into effect. So this is 1.5 inches by I think 10 1/4. Okay, so we're going to wrap this around. And I think I want to use tear tape. I think that would be best. Let's see how far we need to go. I'm using 4 strips. So let's set this aside, burnish. And we do want to give it a little bit of slack so that it can go over. Match up your ends. Well, I didn't do a good job, so we'll trim it. Oh, let's see. There we go. So the belly band is going to go on here, and this is huge, okay? But because the belly band comes off, that will leave the pretty for the card, for the front of the card. So we'll center that. Centering that on the belly band. smiley band comes off. And the card opens. Happy birthday, and you have space for sentiment. You have space down here. Isn't that gorgeous? Let's get zoomed out a little bit so you can see it. And the first thing they're going to see is that they have beautiful flowers, and then they can open it. Isn't that pretty? And it actually works. And it actually works. Okay, so what I'm going to do is tie this into my Facebook Live. Thank you for joining me. Let's see here. Thank you for joining me. If you want any of this, this Pretty Perennials is retiring, and it is a bundle. So if you get it, make sure you use the host code that is at the bottom of my page. I'm still learning this camera angle stuff. So thank you for joining me. You have a wonderful day.